Greetings, mere mortals, and welcome back to Monster Month. Today, it's all about skeletons, a subject near and dear to my, ribcage.
So join me, mere mortals, as we run down our top 5 skeleton-inspired action figures.
But even though I just said action figures, there is one toy we have to talk about because it's one of the coolest ever.
Namely, Robo-Skull from Action Force. It's a European-exclusive, heavily modified TIE Fighter toy released as part of the Red Shadows. It looks amazing, so I had to at least bring it up.
Now, on to the list.
Number 5. Action Force Skeletron. Oh yes, we weren't done with Action Force yet, as this happy little guy is the first proper entry on the list. Is it a skeleton with robot parts, or a robot with skeleton parts?
You be the judge.
What is clear is that the skeleton parts don't look quite human, do they? How many skulls have you seen with a bone mohawk? All I know is all this put together makes him quite freaky, just the way we like it. Now, you would think this guy was the Robo-Skull pilot, but no, he was in fact a mail-in. Weird. Number 4. Scareglow from Masters of the Universe. This guy is a ghost, though he looks like a skeleton and has a solid form.
You have no idea how much I sympathize with him.
Unlike me, though, he has a gimmick where he glows in the dark, hence the name.
Though, wouldn't you say I have a glowing personality anyway?
This was one of the last figures released in the original toy line, so he's a bit rarer than most. Number 3. Bludgeon from Transformers. We're back to robots, the ones who are in disguise this time. And for the purpose of this list, we're focusing on the disguise and not the inner robot tank of his pretender. Plus, there's 2 toys to look at. The original Generation 1 Pretender shell and the 2013 San Diego Comic-Con G.I. Joe figure.
Both look cool and intimidating in their own way.
The Pretender does lack in the articulation department, with only the arms being able to move, a result of the thing being a shell. Cool hat, though. The G.I. Joe figure is far more movable and detailed, but does lack that roboticness, I guess. Still, both are great toys. Too bad they're quite expensive for mint complete ones. Number 2. Skeletor. Can't have this list without the most famous skull face of the 80s, now can we? Mr. Melty Face is so iconic that that's reason enough to put him on the list. Of course, it is only his face and name that are inspired by skeletons, as they are not that buff in real life. He's less bony and more late 80s World Wrestling Federation. Still, it's freaking Skeletor. And the only reason he's not in the number 1 spot is because I felt that such an honor should go to, actual skeletons.
And that is why the number 1 spot is for...
All of the Skeleton Warriors toys. Well, the bad guys anyway. It's a cartoon and toy line called Skeleton Warriors. Isn't that just perfect for this list? And the bad guys sure live up to their name. Led by Baron Dark. What's in the name? They fight the forces of Prince Lightstar. Dark. Light.
Yeah, subtlety wasn't a thing with this franchise.
There's 5 evil figures, including Shriek, who's a woman, so even though she's a skeleton, she still gets breast armor. Seriously, they felt the need to give a skeleton a bra. This certainly is a nice set of figures that look great. That's what's put them in the #1 spot.
And also because they're the only real skeletons on the list.
It's a good toy line to collect, but due to age, the figures can suffer from loose limbs, so watch out for that. And that was the list, but I'll add 2 honorable mentions from G.I. Joe. First, the Range Viper, who has a great helmet, and second, Montezuma Skeleton, who was part of the Arise Serpento Arise DVD figure box set, and I'm mentioning because otherwise people would ask why I didn't. This is supposed to be a G.I. Joe channel after all.
Until next time, mere mortals. And if you yourself have a skeleton, and statistically you do, take good care of it. But even though I just said action